Greetings, crew of the Ranger. Once again, welcome aboard to those of you watching who have just joined us for your first tour aboard the ship. For those of you who don't know, my call sign is Prime, and I'm one of the ship's flight control officers and pilots.
And my call sign is Foehammer. I am the squad leader for Echo Squad Bravo. We hope you've been adjusting well to your new duties on the ship, although some of you, like crewmen Warren and Ortega, seem to have gotten lost on board already.
Really? You'd think this was their first time aboard a Star Command warship?
Bravo Squad did help them find their way to their duty station by having them run with us during PT. I almost felt bad, though. Crewman Ortega was sweating as bad as the assistant science officer was during his first live fire exercise.
Well, he may not be Echo material, but at least he'll know how to fire a weapon if necessary.
We might need a third squad pretty soon anyway. Maybe we can get him some experience on the ground.
You joke about that now, but you know you hate breaking in FNGs.
You're right, Prime. But we are here for more important matters. Captain Watts heard of our project called Sci Fi Navigator, in which we intend to talk about some of history's greatest works of science fiction, and asked us to create this data file to help inform the crew of our current mission. If you haven't watched the previous two introduction videos in the playlist, watch those first and come back to this one. We are currently at FTL heading towards the Cigaris sector in response to the strange activity of the Cigaris Sector Independent Authority. This is the group of pirates and slavers that have been giving our colonists trouble for years. Prime, what do we know about the sector?
Parts of the Cigaris sector are the Wild West. It's a good thing we're bringing some big guns with us. Numerous criminal organizations other than the SSIA conduct business there as well, and it's the home of the highly addictive drug protostim. Protostim, also known as Asterial, is refined from minerals mined by slave labor on the high-gravity planetoids found throughout the sector, and we can't overstate just how dangerous protostim actually is.
Prime is absolutely right. Protostim is the most addictive substance in the sector and causes extreme degradation of the mind and body with use. When protostim is superheated, it enhances all physical attributes like a steroid would. When it is supercooled, it increases intelligence. It is distributed from all over the sector, but mainly from Nomad's Inferno, which is a space station orbiting the rogue planetoid Nomad, which has a constantly shifting path. It is not what I would call a vacation spot.
We were on Nomad's Inferno 3 years ago doing recon for a slave liberation mission when the SSI invaded, and we barely made it off the station. Control of Inferno has changed many times from what we understand, but the SSIA are currently in control.
Yeah, we do have first-hand experience on the tight control that they have over the station. However, privateering and black markets are still around, which provide an opening in the private security used by the SSIA. This is how we escaped last time. Your crazy piloting made me lose my lunch on the shuttle ride home. The other boys in Bravo won't let me live that one down anytime soon.
A few years of puke jokes is a small price to pay for getting your ass out of the fire. Those security craft weren't easy to lose. But I suppose we should talk a bit about the Cigaris Sector Independent Authority itself.
The SSIA are not to be underestimated. They have a reputation of being made up of the dregs of the sector and are thought to be common thugs, which is true to an extent. They are criminals, and at one point had a lot in common with pirates of the late 20th and early 21st centuries. And we have seen evidence that they are being led by somebody with experience.
There's still a lot we don't know about Sinric, self-titled Sovereign of Cigaris, but from what we can tell, is he is an experienced combat leader, and that alone is alarming.
And we have seen SSIA soldiers use basic echo tactics during our escape from the station. They appear to be professional soldiers, but don't have weapons that are up to our standards. However, they do have decent training. Prime, I'm just the grunt here, you're the flyboy. Enlighten us on their void tactics.
Indeed I am. As far as space combat, they are highly effective ambush predators who take advantage of the asteroid fields in the sector. They also have experience with lightly armed civilian and system patrol ships. Nothing like the Ranger, but again, this is 3-year-old data.
That being said, we really don't know what we're up against until we get into a fight.
That's one of our mission objectives. We need current data on SSIA tactics, tech, and personnel. Our S2 intelligence officer, who works in the ship's combat engagement center, has a list of SSIA high-value targets who may have valuable information.
The more we know about our enemy, the better we can fight them. Aside from grabbing HVTs, we can start by observing ship movements and deployments, and even break into their comms network, all of which can provide intel gathering missions further down the road.
Obviously, our arrival in the sector won't go unnoticed for long. A ship like the Ranger tends to attract attention. We're not really going there to hide anyway. Maybe our presence in the sector can be a stabilizing factor. That's optimistic at best, I know, but if the thought of Ranger reducing SSIA slave transports to molten slag makes them think twice about attacking anyone, then that will be a victory itself.
Maybe we can even get the civilians to start providing us with intel if we put a dent in those slave transports. There's nothing wrong with a little mutual back scratching.
That's right. And with that, crew of the Ranger, you should have more of an idea of what we're getting ourselves into, and what this mission might have in store for us. Of course, you'll get more information as needed, and if there are any questions you have regarding your duties on the ship itself, or the mission, post them in the text data file assigned to this video. In the meantime, get ready to watch our new show discussing history's greatest science fiction media, Sci Fi Navigator, coming very soon.